What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kyle. Here we talk about marathon training, my journey from only being able to run 3 or 4 miles at a time, all the way up to now doing a handful of marathons. Today, we are going to be going over week 3 of 12 in my build towards the Corning Marathon. I'm hoping to run a 3-hour and 30-minute marathon there in October. That would be about a 16-minute PR from a spring marathon I ran. So yeah, join in, should be fun. Today, I'm going to really go over my week of training, but then focus in a little bit more on the long run and why I like to mix a lot of my speed work into the long run, and then also the actual takeaways, and benefits you can get from it, and then why I continue to train that way. And just like the other 2 videos in this series so far, we are going straight from the notebook when it comes to going over the week of training. Super helpful. Put your notes someplace as you go through things, even if it's just in Strava, that works too. Monday started off with zombie miles. This is a general addendum. Whenever you're watching one of my videos and I say zombie miles, it means recovery miles. It means even easier than easy, honestly. It means I'm just out there doing the miles that are on the spreadsheet as easy as possible in the hopes of also recovering at the same time. Also did a push day at the gym. In general, I didn't get enough sleep. I made a point of saying, need sleep. I did not have my headphones. They were dead. And I really enjoy music at the gym. So honestly, everything felt pretty off. I think I was a bit rushed, but we just got it done. Tuesday, 5.5 easy miles with 100 meters times 9. I met up with the Cap City Run Club on Tuesday mornings at UAlbany. They do kind of a track session. So I did my 5.5 easy and then ran right up, joined them, done. You're the man. Good to get the strides in, some dedicated strides at kind of a high intensity speed. Then later that day, I got a pull day in, complete 180 from yesterday at the gym. Loved the session, had headphones, ended up the standout kind of benchmark for me on a pull day is how do pull-ups, wide front grip pull-ups feel. 3 sets of 6. And again, I feel like I'm really gaining control with that, which just makes me think I'm gaining a lot of strength in my shoulders, arms, and back. All good things to have. Moving into Wednesday, classic 8 miles easy. Not quite recovery because I didn't feel that bad, but easy for sure. Also, we're going to make a point of saying we tried out the Baseus open ear headphones. They kind of wrap around the upper part of your ear. I did get a little clip of that, which I'm hopefully showing right now. And yeah, I've had a lot of issues with headphones while running. Normally they don't work for me at all. In ear, absolutely not. Over ear, it's really hot in summer. I'm not doing that. So open ear. Someone recommended these to me and I gave them a shot. And so far throughout the week, in reflection, they work perfectly fine for me. I'm very excited. I'm an audiobook guy. I don't know if anyone else is out there crushing audiobooks. So I'm over halfway through Matt Haig's The Life Impossible. If anyone else has read it, let me know. Or I guess this is a good time for you to put your reading recommendations down below in the comments, because now I can actually get through books. Thursday, 4 short miles, but I did include mile 3 at a 7:36 pace, just throwing in 1 fast mile. We'll call it 1 interval. Then lifting, leg day. Big takeaways for me from this week on the leg day was I got a little bit more comfortable doing the machine calf raises at 180 pounds. For a bunch of weeks, I was doing them at just 90 pounds with 245 plates, double down on that, less reps, higher weight. And then I also wanted to make a note that I added in doing farmer carries. Basically, I just walk around with 45-pound plates in each hand until my shoulders and grip feel like they're going to give way. And I feel like that's a really good practice of being able to carry around heavy things. Friday, super simple. 6 zombie miles equals recovery. I wrote down, this was kind of the moment in my, taking notes that I was like, I need to actually identify when things are recovery and when things are easy. Zombie equals recovery. Okay, and then the long run, I did this on a Saturday morning. So we technically were working Monday through Saturday, with today being my rest day. Sunday, the goal for the day was 15 miles total, 7-minute, essentially easy, whatever I need, warming up into things, and then going into 2 miles at 8-minute pace, 1 mile down, 2 miles at 7:40 pace, 1 mile down, and then a 1 mile at 7-minute pace, basically as fast as I could kind of whip out that last mile, and then 1 mile down for 15 total. Honestly, putting together a workout like this is always a little bit like, seems good in theory, but it's kind of hard to lock in the paces. In reality, how it actually went down was 1 through 7, kind of built into it. Started with about a 10:30 pace, built down to about a 9:30-ish, 9:30 pace. And then those first 2 miles that were supposed to be an 8-minute mile pace, I did an 8-minute exact and a 7:53. Mile 10, 9:18 recovery, 11 to 12, 7:43 and a 7:30. So second one was quite a bit faster, but overall that goal was for 7:40. Really happy with that. 13 recovery mile at 9:13. And then my one fast mile was a 7:07. I was aiming for a 7-minute mile pace, but ultimately, pretty happy with that. 1 mile down recovery at 10:10 to get 15 total miles. But yeah, that kind of sums up, my week of training. That was a 46, almost 47 mile week 3 in a 12-week build. I'm feeling really good. I'm kind of getting back to some pretty strong mileage. The goals of the week, it was to get the mileage, to get strides in, to get speed work in, and to also continue to get my 3 lifts, the push, pull, and leg day. Check mark all those boxes, and we're just gonna kind of keep pushing. But now we can kind of put the notebook down, and we're gonna get into why do speed work in your long run. A lot of people do it. Some people don't do it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. This is why I do it. Okay, so number 1 is handling harder efforts longer. The scientific verbiage of this is essentially, lactate clearance is improving during these workouts, during those moments where you're going up into passing your lactate threshold. And then maybe when you're in recovery mode, your body's getting better and better at practicing clearing that lactate that you're building up once you've passed that threshold. Not a doctor, not a professional, pretty average runner, but I am getting better. So I would highly recommend looking up, another channel that's more science-based if you want to learn more about that. But the simple part is, you're getting better at delaying fatigue. Okay, so number 2 reason of why I like to throw in speed work in a long run, and I guess honestly this applies to throwing speed work into any run, but in general it makes you more efficient at certain paces. Basically you're getting all your muscles firing, your strides becoming more smooth, and you'll notice that certain paces feel a little bit easier to do, or the same pace can be done with less effort. Number 3, and this should be clear and obvious, running a full marathon is indeed an exploration of the pain cave. And what better way to practice for that than going into the pain cave? If you are, 10 miles into a long run and you start throwing in some intervals, you are essentially practicing, even if you're just jumping into marathon goal pace, you're practicing what it's going to feel like on tired legs after, already being out there for 90 minutes. To turning it up and turning your body into that mode where you're like, okay, this is pain, this stinks, I'm uninspired, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to push through this. And practicing that anytime you can. I don't know. I mean, that's the point of all this, right? So you can get a little bit, increase your mettle, your strength, your internal wherewithal, so that when it comes to race day, you know what it feels like. Okay, so my last, good reason after thinking about this of why to throw speed work into your long runs, I think this is a really good one. It's just breaking up the boredom. If a 15-mile run seems uninspiring or intimidating to you, just based on the week you've had, you're tired, maybe you're coming on sore legs, whatever it might be, long runs can just come off that way. So if you can all of a sudden be like, okay, well, it's a 7-mile run, and then it's a 2-mile run, and then it's a 1-mile recovery, and then it's a 2-mile run, and then 1 mile, and then 1 mile, and then 1 mile. That's, you're tricking yourself. You're tricking yourself into thinking that, it's just not as redundant and lame as it may sound. Maybe you're someone who's always excited for your long run. I'm definitely not always excited, but doing it this way does give me a little bit extra enthusiasm, knowing that I get to do some of kind of the fun stuff, some of the fast stuff. I get to push myself all in one workout. And hopefully, you're reaping all the benefits of it while, hitting the cheat code in the old brain. All right, kids, that is all from me. Hopefully you got something out of this video. It's week 3 of 12. I'm excited to continue kind of sharing the journey. I think I got some other videos kind of planned in the works that will not just be training recaps in this way while focusing on a certain topic. We're gonna have some other things coming down the pipeline real soon. If you got anything out of this, please consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. Mainly comments. I feel like, for the amount of people that watch YouTube videos, throw a comment down there. Whatever you think. You can insult me. You can say something mean if you want. I don't really care. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time out there. Enjoy your runs. Stay safe, as always. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Yeah. I didn't wear my glasses for this one, but everything's blurry. I thought that would help me, but I also don't know if it did. I think I'm a little stressed out to know if the camera's even still recording.